KHNO Football here for you guys on a Sunday. Our reaction to Chelsea, to Crystal Palace 1, Chelsea 4. Before we go ahead, like and share the video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, about 40 away from 1,000. Get us up there. Thank you very much. Put your comments in the chat as well, please, about your reaction to the game yesterday. First, though, the man, the myth, the legend is not here tonight, so we replaced him with Kai. Only joking. Those all go to Kai. All right, Kai, how you doing?
I'm good. You know, like, you can't complain. You won 4-1. You know, we literally. Actually, I'm not gonna say it. We destroyed Leicester. You know, it's like it was like a training game. You know, should I even won it by more? But it is what it is. I was like, I couldn't find a player who had like less than a 7. Man. They're all really good. You know?
We will get into that. Slendz,
how you guys doing?
Man, listen, champagne football, beautiful football. First half was. Listen, I was dancing the whole time because it was just artistry going on in front of me, man. We haven't played that well since the Europa League final for me. So listen, man, I can only be happy. No negatives from me today.
Good, I'm glad. And Marshall, how you doing, bro?
USA, fucking made in Hershey Park, Pennsylvania, United States of American representee, Captain America, Christian Pulisic, man of the match. Yeah, I'm doing fucking great, man. That was fantastic.
Oh, did you guys hear that? Do you guys hear that?
What?
It's Charlotte cussing in the background, man.
Charlotte, yeah. It's the one that
Charlotte, Anita, every single person who has a Pulisic agenda.
Yeah. But no, you know, I'm sure everyone will change history if he starts playing well. But yeah, he answered a few critics yesterday.
Really did.
Right. So, as the title said, there was 2 players I thought stood out yesterday.
What's the title? What's the title, man?
He doesn't even know it.
You don't look at the title? What type of person are you? You don't look at the title.
Okay. That is a good one.
Kai is the type of person that when he's looking through his porn, he just clicks at the picture. He doesn't know what the title is before he clicks it. You find some weird stuff on there, man.
Hey, my porn is organized by categories, man. I know that.
Makes it easier.
But yeah, let's start with the first half of that title. Kai Havertz. I thought had his best game in a Chelsea shirt yesterday by far.
If that second chance went in.
Oh, I was just about to say, if that second chance goes in, we're talking goal of the season.
That first touch,
right there.
The guy's first touch, man. Jesus Christ, man.
You know what that second chance was?
I'm just saying his first touch is as good as Zidane's, man. All I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Dude. You know what that second chance was? That was the Kai going to Werner, like, all right, Werner, I'm gonna do exactly what you did. I'm gonna do it better. Hold my beer. I'm gonna buy a trinken. And he just fucking, oh man, he almost did it, dude. That would have been worldy.
Werner actually scored it though. So come on.
Yeah, I know. It would have been a worldy.
Let's discuss Kai Havertz's performance with our Kai. How did you think Havertz did?
Oh man, I was watching that game with one hand in my pants, man. That's how good it was, man. Jesus Christ.
Jesus, man.
From him, man. I love Havertz. I've always liked him for the last 2 years. I wanted Chelsea to sign him. I never thought that he's gonna be wearing a Chelsea badge on his shirt, man. And when he signed, I was happy. And when he played under Lampard, I was like, why is this guy so fucking deep in midfield? When he is literally like the third highest goal scorer under 21 in the world, man. Like, why is he playing so deep in the midfield? And then I remembered, oh yeah, we have Lampard. And now we finally like see how like this guy's potential under Tuchel, man. His first touch is so fucking good, and I'm so like one thing that impressed me was actually asking for the ball. You know, he's asking for the ball to come to him, and that's like a sign of his confidence in coming back. You know, and I can't really complain, man. I don't think anybody was bad, man. So but Havertz for me, like if he scored that second goal, he'd be my man of the match. But I can't complain about anybody.
Listen, do you know what happened yesterday? I'll tell you what happened. Dennis Bergkamp dyed his hair black, got on a hot top time machine, and came up against Crystal Palace with us, man. That's what happened.
That's a good movie.
Listen, man. Listen, the touches, the finish. For me, what the most impressive thing is the finish, guys. 3 players in front of him. He doesn't power it. He doesn't smash it. Just a little finesse, bro. A little finesse. Finesse
That
down
was
the
beautiful,
corner.
man.
Yeah, it was good with the angle as well. Yeah.
Of course, man. And the worst thing is, he could have scored 4 goals, bro. He could have scored 4 goals. And the thing is, the more chances he gets, the more clinical he will be. He's that kind of guy. He's the kind of guy who, the more you play him up front, the more you give him that trust. I know his confidence will go up, and he'll start scoring those difficult chances. Because the funniest thing is that he scored the most difficult chance he got yesterday. But the easy ones, well, it was kind of a bit, it wasn't the best shots. But listen, one more thing I saw with him is a link-up play, guys. The link-up play that we haven't had all season. All season, we had some type of chemistry. And I don't think it's because number 11 was on the bench. I don't know. I don't want to say that. But I get the feeling that, listen, maybe he needed to sit down a little bit, watch us play. Maybe he can get his confidence back up by watching these players, getting get motivated.
You know what's Slendz? This is why Tuchel doesn't want to play Tammy and Giroud. Can Tammy and Giroud have that kind of like interchanging movement that these guys do?
Giroud can, Kai, but not.
But he's so slow.
Yeah,
he's not the same temper. They couldn't handle us. Like the way that, you see the last goal, how Pulisic was there. I didn't even know that the guy. That was like prime Mueller, man. Like the kind of goal he scored, man. He just came out of nowhere, So that's why I'm saying people are like, oh, why is Tammy not playing? Because Tammy is as mobile as like a fucking. I actually don't want to say it, man, because in my head it's okay. I don't want the channel to be taken down, but like Giroud is not very mobile. Let's just say it. He's as mobile as a fucking fish in a bucket, man. The guy. And the same thing with Tammy. So I understand why Havertz plays the number 9. People actually understand football. See like the way Havertz plays. He's a bit deeper than normal 9, but he connects the play for the other 2 players with him. Also, Odoi had a really good game as well.
Yeah, he did.
You know what though?
I just want to see him more there. Yeah, go ahead, man.
After the game we had, there's no reason to bring back Tammy. Like before, I was saying bring back Tammy because we need to try to score more goals.
Shame on you, man.
And you know what? And I also said like, yo, let's try Tammy, let's try Giroud, let's try Cho, let's try Pulisic. And we tried 2 of them. To me, I guess I wasn't paying too much attention to the Cho. He seemed to have an okay performance to me. People have been saying he's been really good. So, I believe the people that have been paying more attention to Cho than I was. I was paying more attention to Pulisic and Havertz. And my man Slendz here, he says, Bergkamp, I'm seeing Kaká with makeup on in there, man, making that finesse shot and the way he just moves. Oh, my God, man. Oh, man, that was beautiful. That was literally like FIFA 21 fucking settings. That was that type of goal. Little finesse shot. What's good?
Before people get carried away, it's only a joke. Yeah, well, I'm not calling him Dennis Bergkamp. He's not calling him Kaká. We're seeing shades of it. People take things too seriously.
Yeah. No,
I guess his movement is sort of passing, and his finishing is more akin possibly to a Dimitar Berbatov. The way he plays his shot and everything like that. And that's not that's not an insult. Berbatov, very underrated striker.
I'm just convinced the FIFA gods just went into a laboratory and made Kai Havertz. They're just like, we'll take Kaká, we'll take Berbatov, we'll take all these people. I don't know what accent that was, but whatever it was that.
That
was a French, something else.
The French made it. The French.
He's German.
Invented Havertz. The Germans were inventing Kai Havertz in a laboratory, bro. But no, dude, it was fantastic. Kai. Look, if Kai improves his finishing, which he will, he's only 21, I believe. Dude, he is going to be fucking fantastic, man. Fucking fantastic. You saw that he could have had 4 goals yesterday. Not just one.
Master, what can I do, man? I'm a muscular guy, man. You want me to lose my muscle?
He missed out. Hang on, he missed out an R. I'm sorry he missed out an R in the S.
Oh,
also,
man.
Please tell me you missed out an R. You meant shirt. Sorry, you meant shirts.
He meant his shit, man. All right, anyways. But
Guy didn't even notice.
Havertz, I didn't notice either until you pulled it out.
Sorry.
But Havertz was phenomenal, man. He was phenomenal. He could have had a hat trick and more. He just needs to work on his finishing. But then again, he's not our striker per se. We brought him in to create play and create movement in the pitch. But regardless, it was a phenomenal performance. And if it wasn't for Pulisic just scoring that second goal, he was going to be my man of the match.
Yeah.
True. He was very, very good. He got the assist as well for Pulisic, didn't he? So,
Mhm.
Who man of the match? Who got the Chelsea man of the match? It was Pulisic, right? Pulisic.
It's
No, it was
Mount.
Pulisic.
no, Mount, I think. Yeah.
It was Martin.
No,
got it.
Chelsea's like on our official like.
I
On the
think it was
official,
Oh,
Mount.
on our side of
don't
it, was
know.
it Mason Mount? I don't know.
I think it was Pulisic.
Yeah.
I saw on the site it was Pulisic. Instagram, they said Pulisic.
I don't agree with
BT.
that. I know he scored
Yeah.
2 goals, but I don't agree.
Nah,
It
I
doesn't
think
matter who
Pulisic
gets
was
it, you
the
guys. Doesn't matter. They were both good.
It doesn't
man.
matter.
They were both
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Pulisic got it. Pulisic got it. Yeah, Pulisic.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
Pulisic.
because I saw it.
Yeah. I still
BT
don't-
gave it to Mount.
I wonder
don't
why.
want- I still don't want us to though get away from the fact that I still want us to buy a striker in the summer.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because with that, no offense, it was 4, right? That flattered Crystal Palace. It should have been 8. Should have been 8 or something, man. We should have been 4. Should have been like 5-1 up. 5-0 up at half time. I think if we had like a striker and everything like that. But I thought it's very good. So Kai Havertz, this is the 72 million Kai Havertz that we paid a lot of money for, and it was only against Crystal Palace.
You know what though, Andrew? Like, sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you. People say we spent 72 million, but he's 21. Like,
Exactly.
potentially he can play for Chelsea for 9 fucking years, man. What is that 71?
I've always said that.
You know.
I've always said
But
that.
the
Like,
thing
people-
is,
Man,
sorry,
people look at this kind of like big financial decisions, like they're buying food from McDonald's, man. That stuff like stretches going forward, man. Look at it
Can I
like
say
a
something?
message, you know. Don't
Kai?
look at it like something small, you know. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you
man.
know what it is, bro? If you actually think of it, I know this is a bit silly to say, it's obvious, but you know he's younger than Mount, yeah. We talk about how young Mount is, how well he's doing.
He's younger than
Havertz is even younger than Mount, so it just shows you guys like this guy still needs time, man. And no matter what,
And
I don't care if he costs 100
Another
mil.
thing, correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
We will.
This kid is 70 mil, but isn't he actually cheaper because the 70 mil is essentially if we win Champions League with him, he gets a bonus.
No, I think
or
it's like
I think Leverkusen gets a
72.
bonus.
I think the transfer's 72, and there's another 20 on top for.
I think
is it
so.
like
add-ons and
90?
stuff?
Is it like-
Okay.
is
I
it really
think
like
so.
90
I
million?
think so.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I thought it was
Yeah.
the other way around. It was like 50 and then 70.
No, he was. What was it? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I was going, all the rivals will go, it's against Crystal Palace, but you can't have it both ways because if you had,
Bro,
if you didn't
every
play well,
time.
hang on, if he didn't play well against, Crystal Palace, you would have said he was a flop. So you can't have it both
Yeah,
ways.
yeah.
You
Bro,
know what I mean?
it really annoys me that rival fans every fucking time win a game. It's because they did this. We beat Atletico Madrid. Oh, Atletico Madrid is bad. We beat
then
both.
Burnley.
That's cool, man.
I'm not making excuses for the other
That's cool,
teams,
man.
bro.
Let them keep doing it.
Yeah.
When we played Liverpool and spanked them, Liverpool was bad. Every fucking time. I thought they were champions. When we beat them, all of a sudden they're bad. At the end of the day, we get 3 points. We slap you. We win.
Kai,
We,
can I say
we
something?
win Champions League. While United is in the Europa League. Arsenal isn't even fucking gonna play Europa. They're probably gonna be ending up doing some cup in Asia. Who else is there?
You know what it is, Kai? Listen.
Yeah. Spurs
Bro,
ever
say-
since give me a second, man. Spurs ever since they opened their stadium, the only cup they got is that fucking beer machine that throws the cup from the bottom. That's all the only cups they have. Like the only one who can talk shit to us is City.
Yeah.
And I am saying it here. If we had Tuchel 2 months earlier, we would have been challenging City right now because no team other than City have a better form than we have since Tuchel came in. So people need to shut the fuck up and stop bitching to us about like, oh, it's only this.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking ridiculous, man.
You could
It's
even
just-
argue our form is better than City's because City have lost 2 games
Yeah,
now.
but-
3 games?
I don't think it because they already have 75 fucking points, man. They're gonna win the
If
league.
they're-
Yeah, they might be, you know.
If there are 52 people watching, let's smash that like button. Let's
Yeah,
get
smash that like button, people.
let's get us-
Let the
smash
algorithm
that
help
like
us
button,
out.
Share the video and subscribe to the channel. It really help us because we're close to 1,000k. Just a little thing. I also want to mention. I had the fear that he was going to bring in Alonso yesterday to play the game, but I'm glad he didn't.
Oh,
Hopefully,
I
Chilwell stays fit and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see
please.
Alonso again.
This time is over, man. I think it's time at Chelsea. Even Tuchel, I think he's getting sick of it, man.
Yeah,
The way
You never know.
the counter, man. Jesus Christ, I felt sorry for him, man. I actually felt sorry for him.
The thing is with Alonso, man, is that I've always thought there's a moment where his time is over, and then this guy just rises from the
Yeah.
ashes, man, and he's back in my fucking starting lineup. So
Yeah,
I never know
he's
with
like-
this guy, man. You never know, legit, man. But you know what, Kai, I was gonna make a point about what you said, bro. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, sorry.
When we were under Lampard, yeah, guys,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of teams were saying, "Oh, like they're a good team, you know, they're a nice team, like they're actually." I'm actually starting to
Oh,
like
man.
Chelsea. I was like, you know what? Listen, I don't want that. I want you guys to hate us. I want you guys to call us boring. I want you guys to hate everything we do, man. The money we spend. When that happens, you know you're successful because everyone hates City right now. Everyone's jealous of City. That's what I want with Chelsea, man. I don't care what rivals say, but if they start to hate us, I know we're doing good, man. That's
they hate us, man. That's what it is, man. They hate us because they hate us, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Okay, so let's discuss the other player who showed up, and if he stays fit, for me, can be like a signing, best signing in April ever. You know, if he stays fit and everything like that.
Imagine talking shit to me when you sound like Cruella de Vil when you laugh, man. You have Cruella de Vil's laugh, man. Don't wonder.
Let's talk about Mr. America, Christian Pulisic.
Captain America.
Loves playing against Crystal Palace. Smashed in a couple of goals and didn't come off injured yesterday. So, Marshall, I'll hand Christian Pulisic over to you. What did you think of him yesterday?
Hey, listen, man, just like Ziyech, I was giving Pulisic the same exact treatment. He was showing signs of going up and up. He was showing signs of improvement. There was an upward trajectory with Pulisic. He had gotten a man of the match. He scored a goal. He looked fantastic during the international break, and he wasn't getting injured. There was a scare after the West Brom game. There was a scare because he came off, but that was a precautionary thing, as we saw. And he scored in that game too, the West Brom game, where all of us, all the players didn't show up, but Pulisic ended up showing up to score. I mean, Marcus Alonso did hit the post, so give a little bit of credit to him, but it was just he showed up. He was there. If that was another striker, if that was Timo, he's going to the side or just going over the crossbar or just shooting it directly to the goalkeeper. But Pulisic. Look, I've been saying for the longest time, everyone that's coming into the channel, every other stream, they're always saying, "Oh, sell Pulisic. I'm tired of Pulisic. He's not reliable. All this jazz. Always injured." And there were very valid points. I get it. But you need to have patience with a player like this who, right now, he's not having the best season. He had a shitty manager in the beginning of the season. When he was in good form, the whole team was in bad form. You heard me say it. No, you heard me say it. I said it. He did have a shitty manager. I admit Lampard has some shitty tactics, all right? We all know this already. But he didn't have the best manager in the beginning of the season. He was in good form when everyone else was in shit form, so he got overlooked. And then he got a string of injuries that, it really sucks that he's getting string of injuries. He's got to figure that out. But
he is so talented, though.
He is so talented, and if you weren't even going to give him until the end of next season to prove himself under Tuchel, under a new manager, a manager who knows him better than Lampard, then you are a reactionary fan. I'm sorry to say it. You are a reactionary fan. You just want to get rid of him for immediate results, even though you see the potential. You know how he carried the team last year. Look, if he keeps going on like this, I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm not saying Pulisic is back, Pulisic is this, whatever. Pulisic has been in good form. If he gets injured again, it's back to square one.
That's what
it's up to him. It's up to him. He needs to figure it out, get like a personal trainer or something, do some stretches, hang out with Thiago Silva, do some yoga with Thiago Silva or some shit, Yeah. Figure it out, because if you keep staying fit, that left forward spot, that striker spot, wherever Tuchel puts you in, it's yours, man. It's yours.
Listen,
you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Mueller, man. He's really good at sniffing that space, man.
Yeah,
he is really good, man.
He makes those late runs to the box.
And you know what I love about him? And this also scares me too, because he's injury prone, right? He's not afraid to get into the box. He's not afraid to crash the players. You saw that second goal. He just threw his body into it. He goes all out for those goals, which I love to see. It just scares me with someone as injury prone as him,
If he had Hazard's legs and thickness, man, he would have not get injured at Chelsea, man.
Yeah. No,
if he was his butt, he wouldn't get injured.
What I was going to say about Pulisic, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but listen, the squad's can do at Chelsea, man. But for me, the way I see it is, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. My criticism of it was never his performances. For me, I always knew he's an explosive player who can take on plays. We don't have players that can do that at all for me. Other than Mason Mount and Pulisic, I don't see players that can take on plays and create their own chances.
Yeah.
Pulisic does that. We know that. Pulisic does that. Even when he comes back from injury for one game, he always takes on one or two players every single game for me. Yeah. Obviously, he might give the ball away after that. That's the problem. But my main criticism of him is his obviously his fitness, right? The only way he can prove me wrong is by staying fit. It's not about these performances are great, but we know he can do this. We've seen him. We've seen him last summer, guys. Last summer, he was one of the best players in the league. I'm sorry, like towards that lockdown period, he was one of the best players in the league. He was scoring goal after goal, scoring against City. But what I want to see is stay fit for at least 2 to 3 months, man. Like and Tuchel needs to use him wisely as well. Bring him in and out. We can't play him every single game because we know this guy is still quite fragile. So when he proves that to me, that's when I'll be like, listen, this Pulisic guy, give him the number 10, give him everything, give him the.
I'm not gonna lie.
Position. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I was actually surprised that he finished the 90 minutes. I really no jokes aside. Like I really thought because the thing is, he's a glass cannon. And for those of you who do not know what a glass cannon is, imagine a cannon in glass. He just shatters when he's powerful, but it just shatters. So fucking breadstick legs, man. Exactly. Look, the thing about Pulisic is that that's the thing. Every manager has to deal with him. They have to manage him. That's the biggest issue that Lampard had with him. He had to manage him. And he even said, like, I have to figure it out. We have to figure a plan out for him. Tuchel has played with Pulisic before at Dortmund. He knows Pulisic better than any manager in the game right now. So it's actually really awesome that we have someone like Tuchel managing him and managing him well. So I was surprised that he played the 90, but if he felt good, Tuchel thinks that he felt good and he seemed good, then go for it. I think Tuchel is going to manage Pulisic like he's managing Conte, and that's really important because both those players can be very key, especially if we're going to go deep into this Champions League run and we're still in the FA Cup. So rotation is going to be so key, and I'm happy that our manager is actually rotating him, unlike our previous manager, where they wanted to stick with the starting 11 every single time, exhausting our players and all that shit. So, look, I'm happy with Pulisic. I'm glad he did well. I'm hoping he still does it, man.
Jesus Christ, people.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Hazard's ass, all right? It dazzled a lot of defenders as well in the Premier League, okay? Yeah. So you know what I mean? Try and bounce a pound coin.
He would just
coin off that ass. You know?
Yeah, Hazard would just like attach his ass to the defender so he could keep them off him, off the ball.
That's what he used to do, man. It's a superpower.
Real Chris.
His ass is a shield.
Real Chris, actually, guys, let's admit, Real Chris came really close to this prediction.
Well, if Kai,
I was laughing at him. I'm sorry, Real Chris. If Havertz had tucked away those opportunities, it would have been 5. It would have been more than 5-1.
Real Chris, I don't want to ruin it to you, but gambling doesn't have that was close or whatever. You either win it or not.
That's what I was gonna say. You still didn't get it right.
It's invalid. You didn't get it right, man. I don't care, man.
But yeah, I think the people who criticize Pulisic, really the ones you should listen to just state that it's only because of his injuries. If they're doubting his talent, then I'm not going to listen to them. Because he's got talent.
There are a few people doubting his talent because he was in bad form. You know, he wasn't necessarily in bad form, but our team was in bad form when he was in good form.
He showed his talent, and to me, that's what matters. But it was all my criticism of Pulisic was down to his track record of injuries. So you know what? How does it affect? Oh no, Pulisic is back. He scored 2 goals for us. I'm in the mud. No, I'm not. It works for me because he's going to be fit. He's going to be scoring goals.
3 goals in 2 games, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. So if he stays fit, what a weapon to have in the business end of the season.
That if could change lives. It could change genders. There's a lot of things that ifs can change, man. That's all I'm saying.
It really. I mean, it. Yeah, it really could. I mean, it could be a butterfly effect, man. If Pulisic gets injured, someone doesn't get laid that one night. Someone decides to stay a man or a woman. It's like you never know, man. You never know with this shit.
Yes, thank you, Marshall.
I'm just being real, man. It's a butterfly effect. We all saw the movie.
If you want to complain to us, send all your inquiries to Andrews. Twitter. What's your Twitter handle, Andrew?
Kai, is there something wrong with your microphone? Is it
can you guys hear me?
I don't know. It's probably my thing. Yeah, I can hear you. It just sounds
I can hear it as well. It's a little bit crackly. I can hear it as well. So Pulisic, 2 goals, 3 goals in 2 Premier League games. Should have had a 4th against Porto, but hit the crossbar. Playing well. On to Porto next. I'll mention it briefly because I don't think anyone can argue. I thought Mason Mount had a very good game yesterday as well.
Yeah.
I'm sort of mixed between him and Havertz for really man of the match because Pulisic. Because Mount sort of another assist for Zouma. I mean, he's the best. Kai, no matter what you say, he's the best set piece taker at the club. Is Mason Mount? I think he's the best.
Yeah,
but you know what I feel?
I don't know. It's not. It's for me. It's not fair to give Mount man of the match because I feel Havertz has a goal and assist.
Yeah.
Pulisic has 2 goals. Jorginho was also very good.
Jorginho,
we're in agreement, though. We're in agreement.
Jorginho was great.
He had a good game.
Even Chillwell, that was for me.
Yeah,
Jesus
Chillwell,
Christ, he was.
Yeah.
The thing about Mount is that it's like what I said in the previous review when we talked about Porto. If Mount steps up and plays like he plays against Porto, he's going to be fantastic. Of course, any player is going to have bad games. We all know that. Mount before Porto, Mount had a string of like shitty games. Even though he scored, it was like subpar performances. You know what I mean? Kazi, you're gonna have to put some respect on Jorginho, man. I'm not taking this. Anyways, but yeah, fucking Mount has stepped up again, and he's always been that player that takes the game by the scruff of the neck. He's always stepping up, which is I respect. When he plays like this, it's fantastic. It's almost like there's a little there's some imaginary rope between Zouma's head and Mount's foot that every single time he crosses the ball, it just finds Zouma, and it's just amazing to see. It's the good thing about Zouma, man.
Can someone answer me about this? What the fuck does that mean, man? Those are the same eyes girls send you when you send them nudes, man. What does that mean, man? Why does he keep
Johnny's watching.
You know what I was going to say, guys? I was going to bring up a discussion, not to take it off topic a little bit, but just about...
What is this with the hate, man? Why do you say I hate Mount, man? You just guys need to stop having so much emotions in your body, man. Be a little bit more manly, man. Stop with this emotions. I don't hate him. I'm just being objective, man.
Drink some whiskey. Drink some whiskey, put some hair on your chest.
Kurt Zouma, man. Kurt Zouma. Listen, I've heard mixed reviews for Kurt Zouma. I think the goal was great. Like he's always dominant in the air, right? And that's a big positive. He scored 6-7 goals for us this season in the league alone. 5 goals in the league alone, which is crazy. But here's the thing. For me, he got caught out, right? And that shows me that if they scored that chance, it could have been a different game. I know I'm being very harsh. I understand.
There was the one moment. No, I know the moment you're talking about.
That moment is something that I've seen from Zouma quite a lot, right? And people tell me that Christensen, obviously, it can get bullied and stuff, right? But I'll be honest with you, I don't see Christensen getting caught out in the middle of the 3, right? Listen, for me, I like Zouma. I really like him, and I do think he's very important to the team at times. Yeah. But those moments, they can cost us. They can cost us goals. They can cost us points. They almost cost us versus Spurs earlier this season as well. I just want to have a discussion. What do you guys think about Kurt Zouma? I want to know. Do you guys think he's more important than Christensen? Go on.
No, but fun fact about Zouma, and we might talk about this. He is matched with Werner in Premier League goals right now. Let that sink in for a minute.
And he's played a lot less games as well.
Yeah. So look, man, I think we all want Werner to work out, right? We all want Werner to work out, but come on, man. But no, the thing about Zouma is, look, at the end of the day, even though he's bottom of the barrel for choices for our defenders, he's still solid. He still has good games in him. And yeah, he does have of all of our defenders, I feel like he is the most uncomfortable, most mistake prone, But look, man, you see the advantages of having someone like Zouma in that team with his heading and his jumping ability and his just overall toughness. There is value in Zouma, and let's also keep it straight. Zouma only played yesterday because Christensen got a knock in the warm up or whatever. So it was supposed to be Christensen playing, not Zouma. But look, if Zouma comes into the teams, doesn't make as many mistakes as possible, he gets more comfortable into the game, into the games and the starting lineups he's in, and keeps doing what he did yesterday, minus the one mistake, I have no problem with Zouma being on the team. At the end of the season, the better he plays, the more value we can sell him for. I really would like to replace Zouma with someone else, but honestly, Zouma, I I'd rather Christensen, but Zouma, he can go at the end of the season. Let's get someone better, and let's get good money for him.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't rate any of them. I don't rate any of them that highly. So, so for me, any of them would get sold and upgraded on. I'm
But
okay.
Kai, if we can only sell one, who are you selling? If we can only sell one of them,
I would say Zouma because there's like higher offers for him, man. You know, like at least it's rumored. I don't know. You know,
he's got the longest contract as well. Yeah.
I thought Aspilicueta played very well yesterday. As well. Nice couple of games back to his ultimate best. One thing I say about Mount yesterday as well, I love what he did with Zaha, man. Zaha tried to he put his finger in his face or something like that.
Minerals.
Mount just weren't having none of the minerals.
I feel bad for Zaha, man. You know what Zaha's like? You know what Zaha's like is when you play with your mates, right? And all of them are shit players, man. You're the only one who knows how to play, right? And you keep losing like 7-0 because everybody around you is you just can't play football, man. That's how Crystal Palace was, man. Gee, and their goalkeeper, man. I swear to God, you know what he reminds me of? You know when you play with your friends on Saturdays and you're always the fat kid is in goal. That's what their goalkeeper was like, man. Jesus Christ, was he bad?
Really? I think he's a decent keeper, man. Great.
No,
he has good games. He had good games.
No. He's like Will like to say he's a moments player as Arsenal go 3-0 up against Sheffield United. So they'll be back to 10th. So that's all good for them. But yeah, no, their goalkeeper, like he had that worldie. Remember against Spurs earlier in the season? But then he's shit.
Yeah, that's the exact goal I was thinking about. That's his moment.
Exactly. That was his moment. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to talk about part of the game because it was all very, very good. I mean,
can we talk about Jorginho? Because I feel like Jorginho's being disrespected so much. Listen, man.
Like when we took him out, we Crystal Palace has started playing much better against us, man. They were controlling possession, and people don't talk about it enough. But Chelsea yesterday had 90% pass accuracy, man. In a 4-1 goal win. That's
ridiculous.
Man, which is insane. That is some City numbers from 100 from when they broke the 100 point record. So people don't appreciate this guy enough. Which I understand. He when he's bad, he's really bad. But when he's good,
there's no
really good. There's a reason why Pep wanted this guy because the way he controls possession, and when he gets taken off, you actually notice the difference. Watch our midfield when Jorginho doesn't play. Just pay attention to it, and you will see what I'm talking about.
I will say though, I was very surprised by Crystal Palace's lack of pressing our guys yesterday, man. I mean, we had acres of space. I mean, Tuchel must have been preparing for them to press us, and then when about 2 minutes into the match, he must have gone, Jesus Christ, this is going to be the easiest game I've had in England or in the Champions League so far because they did nothing, man. They did nothing. Jorginho and Kovacic, they had so much space in the middle of the pitch. They could do whatever they wanted. They were spraying passes here and there. No one was getting near them. And
but you know what, Andrew?
That was mad.
I don't think it's fair because I've seen Jorginho and Kovacic dominate the midfield against Liverpool. I've seen them dominate the midfield against Atletico. So I think it's a bit unfair to say that it's because Palace have given us that chance.
No. Let me just say. No, listen. I think we would have won that game anyway. I'm just surprised the lack of press from Crystal Palace at all. I'm not doubting. I think Jorginho and Kovacic still played well.
You know why, Andrew? You know why?
They still had to play confident.
No, it's
okay.
lagging.
It's working now.
It's lagging for me as well.
It's working for me right
fine.
now.
Yeah, same.
Oh no, it started lagging again.
It's lagging.
Guys.
Yeah.
Some people are saying it's broken. Let's give it a second.
Hang on. Maybe we need to end the stream and start again.
No. Wait. Give me a second.
Because other streams are working. I can see other streams are working. So.
I mean, mine's coming back. Mine's working
it's
right
working
now.
Again. I mean,
it's not live.
The thing is, it
keeps
keeps
working now. Try to put it live.
Hang on.
It's working now. Rodrigo said it's working.
Oh, it's working now. Okay, is it working
everything
now?
working, guys?
Okay, cool.
Right,
Sorry, people.
Cool. Sorry about that. Anyways, I was saying about Yeah, we're back. Let us know if it stops working again. But it hurt. All the Jorginho slander just fucking said no. I'm not had enough of it.
We need to send an email to StreamYard because whenever we were using the free version, we never had that, man. Once we start paying for this shit,
get our money back. Let's get a free month. But okay, the Jorginho the debate or whatever we're talking about. There's no real debate really. But here, yesterday when he came off, you noticed that defense didn't have that one person in the midfield to pass it to all the time. That's the thing about Jorginho. Whenever Jorginho's in the game, he is always available for the pass. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to how often Jorginho is the one guy you can pass the ball to when the defense is passing it around. That is so important because that means that Jorginho is the guy that can connect the midfielder to Kovacic, or is the midfielder that can connect the ball from defense to Kovacic to dribbles it up or to the wing or to whoever. I need this Jorginho slander to stop. He had one bad game under Tuchel. Give him a fucking break. You give Werner enough breaks, and he's been having a worse season than Jorginho. Stop the agendas, man. It's getting ridiculous. Jorginho is so good, and when he has his games, he has amazing games. Pay closer attention to Jorginho next time you fucking see him play. And also another thing to mention about Jorginho, my bad, Kai, and then we're going to you. Every single game that Jorginho has played. In fact, every game that we played under Tuchel, 70% possession. 70% possession. You don't do that with shit midfielders. I'm sorry, you just don't.
He maintains it. Exactly.
Kai, what were you going to say, brother?
Go on, Kai.
Hey, you know what's crazy? All our rivals actually rate Jorginho.
I know you sound like Transformer, bro.
Yeah. Transformer, bro.
Kai, you sound like the throat cancer patient with the damn thing on his thing.
Oh, for God's sake!
No, guys. Before he comes back, I just want to say a couple things about Jorginho.
Sounds like Kane.
Yeah, exactly. I said that. Yeah.
Yeah, what were you gonna say, Slendz?
Here's what I see. Yeah. If I'm being honest, I thought about this. If I'm being very honest, if you look at Tuchel's whole managerial Chelsea campaign, we could say Jorginho's been one of his best players. I'm sorry, we can. I know he had a shocker.
That's not true. This isn't true.
Yeah.
Like literally. Wait, real quick. One quick example, Slendz. This might go on to your point too. But literally, for the goal that Mason Mount had against Porto, people forget Jorginho passed it to him, and not only did he just stand still and pass it, he actually moved to find a space to pass it to Mount, and then pass it to Mount. So like this whole idea that he doesn't move enough is ridiculous too. Like, go, Slendz. I'm sorry, bro. This is me tight.
No, you're right, Marshall. Here's what the thing. The criticism I hate about Jorginho is I'm seeing it in the comments now. Number one, he's too inconsistent. Let me just debunk that for a second. Under Tuchel, he's been good for probably every single game except for 2 and 3, and only in one of those games did he have a shocker. And that shocker is, obviously West Brom. He was horrible, right? And I'll admit that openly. Number two, we always say, the formation is designed for him. No, he designs the formation. Understand that. The formation doesn't work without him. Tuchel's system does not work without him. We're not building around Jorginho. Jorginho is part of the puzzle that we need. Yeah? And people also say that, he's inconsistent and he's not good enough. We need to sell him. I agree. We need to sell him. Do you know why? Because if we want to take another venue with Tuchel, he can't be the man to be at midfield. I understand that, of course, because of his limitations in the league, right? When someone is slow and not powerful enough, obviously, we understand that what's it called? He won't make it in this league because he'll get overrun. But if Jorginho wasn't in our team in this game, we wouldn't control it as much. If you don't press Jorginho, he can pass it around you. But again, I'll go to his criticisms that I have of him. Yeah, for me, my problem with Jorginho is that the passes he played yesterday, the ones over the top, he doesn't do it enough. I wanted to see it do it more. Yeah. But again, you don't talk about Werner making the runs. You know, Werner makes a straight run. You need to make a diagonal run to be onside, right? That's what Pulisic and Chillwell and all these people did yesterday. They run diagonal runs and he finds them in the space. That's what he did yesterday. So same with Kovacic. That's why it worked so well. So for me, the criticism of Jorginho sometimes gets taken way out of hand. Yeah, way out of hand. And he's been one of our best players on the Tuchel. That's what I'll say, man. That's how I'll finish it.
Yeah, I know, and I 100% agree. Like, people that keep saying he's inconsistent, he had one bad game under Tuchel, and then another comment saying, I can show you 60 games where he's been bad or hiding. 60 games where he was under a manager who's not playing him under his strengths. So it's like, what is it? Like, you guys clearly, the people who don't like Jorginho clearly have an agenda.
I'm so sorry. Quick point. You know, you're talking about Lampard. Yeah, I remember games. Yeah, where he came in at half time and changed the game for us. I think about Arsenal last year. I think about Crystal Palace last year. We were 2-2. He came in and literally we controlled the ball with him. That's what he does. Understand his limitations. I understand it. Understand he is as a baller. Then you can start creating. Honestly, that's what.
And you got to get another thing straight too. Like, he's not a proper CDM. He's a regista. He's a different position than like a proper CDM who is like defensively strong and making those kind of passes. You see the passes that sometimes the passes he doesn't make, you see that he has the vision. They're like, if those passes get through and if the defense is not good enough to intercept those passes, those are fucking half goal opportunities that Jorginho is making. So this idea that Jorginho is inconsistent. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that.
Sorry, guys. Is my Wi-Fi really bad?
No. It's sounding like you're in the basement.
Steady, but you've been like a little pixelated.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just this idea that Jorginho's been inconsistent. Show me one game under Tuchel, other than West Brom, where he was inconsistent. Like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous agenda, man.
Agenda. Exactly, agenda. That's what it is.
No, you know what's funny? Tuchel really like him, man. Like, if you saw after almost every game, he just goes to Jorginho, gives him a hug, like taps on his shoulder. He likes him, man. So people need to get used to it, man. Like,
get used to it, man.
Tuchel is not Lampard. He doesn't play the cross and inshallah football, man. He likes a player who keeps the position and does, and try to retain position, try to pass it around, keep control of the game. So you need to get used to it. Jorginho is that type of player, and he's liked by Tuchel, man. So, he still have a minimum of another year, man. Get used to it.
The execution is getting better, though. CFC, RS. The execution has been getting better. Like in the beginning of the Tuchel reign, we saw the execution wasn't that great, but now slowly but surely we're seeing that the execution is getting better and better. And the more these kids train, this team trains under Tuchel, the better they're getting. We're seeing how okay, even though this is like the bottom of the barrel, right?
It's not fair. No. Can I say something, Marshall? Sorry, man. It's not fair to say that who in our midfield is a better passer than Jorginho? No one. People need to fucking drop their agenda, man. You want to tell me he's better passing than Jorginho? He doesn't.
One more thing, guys. Yeah, we talk about being pressed. Yeah, we talk about being pressed. Yeah. Which one of our midfielders is press resistant other than Kovacic? Even Kovacic has his moments. We talk about as a sitting DM, right? Not as the other DM. Kante is not press resistant. Kante, if you press him, he could be in trouble. But what Kante is great at destroying. So people have the criticism of Jorginho, which is understandable. But find me a midfielder who's better, who's comfortable on the ball, who can be pressed, and who can progress the ball. That's what I want to see.
And you don't see anyone complaining about Kante's passing that often as much as they complain about Jorginho. Kante's passing is terrible. Are you kidding me? We lose the ball. The reason no one notices Kante actually works to get it back, but Kante loses the ball just as frequently as Timo does almost. And that's out there, obviously. But the thing about what I was saying about Tuchel and the guys training under Tuchel is, dude, even under Lampard, we didn't see Werner be this decent. When Werner went on started going on a bad run of form, he really went on a bad run of form. At least under Tuchel, he's getting some assists here. He's participating in the play. Not in the recent 2 games, but even Werner has gotten a little better under Tuchel. So all these players, we're seeing Kai, we're seeing Ziyech, we're seeing Mount. All these players are getting better under Tuchel, and I'm in no way thinking that in the mindset that Jorginho isn't going to benefit from that.
But I don't know. For me, when people say our players are getting better under Tuchel than Lampard, well, no shit. Lampard is a championship manager, man, quality. So I don't understand, expensive wine is better than cheap wine. I've never have fucking thought,
It's the thing with Tuchel is that he gets the best out of the players. Tuchel plays the players to their strengths, which is something Lampard didn't fucking want to do. So that's my point.
It's like having sex with a condom and being surprised when she's pregnant. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, it's gonna fucking happen. Do you know what I mean?
To be fair, sex without condom is the best sex, man. Condom ruins it for me.
Yeah, we don't condone this message, guys. We don't condone this message. Please use protection. Use protection, guys. Please.
Listen. Unless you're gonna marry the girl, use protection.
Unless, or if you master pulling out. If you master pulling out, you're fine.
Listen, before we move on, let's talk about Chilwell a little bit because I feel like he deserves to be talked about a bit. He, other than the goal, which I don't know how you guys feel about it. Some people say that it's kind of hard for him to defend a headed goal against like who was it, Benteke? That was kind of, it was more so Cho watching the ball and not doing anything than it was Chilwell's fault. And I at first I was like Chilwell was kind of sleeping. He could have at least done something different. But other than that, though, I think Chilwell had a pretty solid performance.
Yeah, he was good.
Can I say something, guys? For me, I've criticized Chilwell the most. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a big Chilwell critic. That's what I wanted to ask.
No shit, man.
Do you know why though? Do you know why? Listen, do you know what it was? He used to play as a wing back. He used to play as when your little brother controls the controller on FIFA. He used to just run and cross. Literally, run and cross. It was no IQ used. But yesterday, I saw him pass the ball like to inside the channel. I saw him drop it back. I've seen more of him now, and I can honestly respect him. But I want to see it more consistently. You're 50 mil, right? I was never with the signing. I'll be honest with you. I was never with it. I never liked it.
Same with me, man.
I hope he proves me wrong, bro. I hope he proves me wrong. It was a very good performance. I don't want to hear this. He can't play left wing back. I don't give a fuck. You can. Like, you practice 5 times a week, bro. And Tuchel is someone who puts it on you. Like, he teaches you. He drills you into it. And you know what? We're seeing the results of it now. So if he keeps performing, I'll shut my mouth, man. I'll shut my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what it is too is
it's just tough love. That's what it is. Slendz just loves Chilwell, but it's tough love,
Yeah, I think what it is with Chilwell too is that I think first of all it's a whole new position for him, left wing back. It's not the same as left back, right? And the other thing being like, no, I'm not trying to excuse him, but the other thing being that like we've seen what the team looks like when you don't play with the same players. Like against Sheffield, when we had 9 players rotated out, we saw how that chemistry gets impacted like that. I think with players like Kai, with players like Chilwell, like I think they needed a few games to like get used to their teammates around them in a game and like get that chemistry going. I think Chilwell is benefiting from getting that chemistry going, especially with whoever's on the left with him. And you can say like Pulisic helped him out a lot. Pulisic probably helped him out a lot. That link up play with Pulisic, and that's another thing about Cho that people were saying last night that Cho was great at right wing back, and a big part of it was because of the link up play that he had with Mount. Which, personally, I still rather have Reece James at right wing back. I feel like he has just as good at link up play with Mount, and he can even provide you the same link up play on the right wing back position with Ziyech as well when Ziyech plays, because we know Ziyech is going to play from time to time. So I think he's the better choice. Go for it, guys.
You know what scares me though? Sorry, Marshall. What scares me is if you had the chance to choose Pulisic in his prime or Cho, who would you choose? Most likely Pulisic. And if you have to choose between what's his name, Reece or Cho as the right wing back, you're most likely going to choose Reece James in his prime, right? Like if he's on form. So where does Cho fit in this team as a starter, man? For me, he doesn't. So honest.
Look, honestly, I think he's a squad player. I think for now he's a squad player. Look, it hurts to say, like, but listen, the kid's only 20. And he hasn't been playing the left wing, left forward position that often. He hasn't gotten the opportunities, and I get it. And he's had some opportunities at right forward, at right wing. But the thing is that when I see him there, I don't see the same kid who has that freedom and liberty that he has when he's playing under the under 21s, where he's just taking on attackers and just dribbling past them and all that shit. I don't see it. It's not there. It's probably because like he doesn't feel that comfortable. He knows it's a different league, it's a different level, so he can't get away with it as much. And understandably too, he did get injured and he had a really bad injury, so I get that as well. I think the best option for Cho is that he wait his turn, he waits for his opportunity, he gets rotated in, and I think he will show up eventually.
You know what, Marshall? Sorry, Marshall. I was going to say, you and I kind of argued about this in the group chat. We didn't argue, actually. We just talked about it. But I mentioned Cho as an important part of that match because we all talked about the 5 at the back. We didn't like it. But I said in a game against a low block, guys, we need to stretch them, right? So having Cho, he is the kind of player who would hug the touchline. He's more comfortable on the ball than Reece. So I actually prefer him in those low block games. And maybe bring on Reece, as you can see yesterday. You bring him on for 5-10 minutes, he puts in a cross and he scores. That's always good to do as well. We can interchange between them. But he's important in that system because he stretches the play and he can actually take on plays. And I think he's a better crosser than Reece for me. I'm not gonna lie. So if he can hug the touchline, go down the byline and cross it in, I prefer it. But here's the thing: he needs to be more comfortable on his left foot. He's really not comfortable. That's why he's not taking on plays. That's why he goes backwards and passes it. If he can be more comfortable, I can see him as a left winger in the future. But for now, I'm happy with him right wing back.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, I just don't see him as a starter anywhere for me, man. Yeah.
Do we think
he's better attacker than Reece, but he's not better defensively than Reece?
Do we think from now on,
when we go to top 4, I don't know where he fits. That's what I'm saying.
So do we all think that from now on, we approach these games with Werner on the bench? Because it's safe to say that we looked our most dangerous without Werner.
Yes. Right now,
I think
You're muted.
You're muted, Andrew.
Werner's starting Tuesday. Werner's starting.
He is. I think he is as well.
Yeah, on Tuesday I don't mind.
Is.
Tuesday I don't mind. Yeah,
Tuesday I don't mind. Yeah, but the thing about
the league right now, I would prefer to focus on what we have now.
And honestly, I really don't mind Werner on the bench and Werner coming in to pick up form and stuff, because when I've seen Werner, like the few times that he has been dropped and comes off the bench. All right, we'll see you in a bit, Andrew. The few times that Werner does come off the bench and in a game after he's been dropped, he does step up. He does have the pace, especially late game when all the players are tired. He has that pace that you can take advantage of. And, he does have to work on his finishing, obviously, but he has the pace. So I think having him as like a super sub option is not a bad idea at all. Not at all, especially in late games when we need that extra bit of injection of energy. Like, I think he's the guy for that. Until he picks up form, until he starts scoring more consistently off the bench, then I think we're better off. Look, this is the first time since under Tuchel where we had Werner out of the lineup where we actually scored more than 2 goals. First time. And Werner wasn't in the lineup. So that tells that screams a lot to me.
I'm a big fan of the Pulisic and Havertz combinations, man. I think they play very, very well together. I was actually
even Mount.
really impressed how they interchange.
Yeah, even Mount and everyone always.
If it's not broken, like why fix it? It's working really well, man. Like, we're playing some really good football, so I don't mind. Yeah,
it's like
that's the other thing too.
Really good. Yeah, go on.
It's because whenever they like Havertz and Pulisic play a little bit higher and Mount plays a bit deeper. Like, if you guys notice like how the formation works, and then these guys, both of them are dangerous, like from the position they put themselves because of their pace. Like Mount, the only thing that Mount is different from these two that he doesn't have as much pace as they do. But I would say that his passing is all right enough for him to like promote them both, like make them. But the way they interchange, they're very hard to mark, because they keep moving around. So I'm a big fan of the combination between them. Yeah. If we had, that's why people bitch about Tammy Abraham. If he played with these two, he would just fucking over, man. They would be waiting for him to play DM, man, to come from DM position to the attack. So it doesn't make any sense for them. Now, I understand why Tuchel doesn't want to play Abraham, because Abraham is not very mobile.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Do you know what it is, guys? We talked about Everton, right? And we had that front three, and we played really well. And then Tuchel didn't play them again for like a while. And I love Tuchel's interchange. I love the way he rests players. But in the league, please, I want to see him for three in a row games. Like, just play them for 3 in a row. I want to see them just gain that chemistry. The more we gain chemistry, listen, guys, this is the business end of the season. If we find a partnership, stick to it, man, because we need wins. For wherever they came from, we need wins, man. We need people to hit form. So I'd love to see it again, man. For a little while.
Yeah,
but it's not true. I don't think Cho is as impactful as Pulisic. Pulisic easily scores goal. He's very dangerous. Cho, for me, in front of goal, he shoots like a center back.
No, we need Pulisic, man. He's a better finisher.
Yeah,
he
and
here's better positions. Yeah.
Here's the thing, like, we don't even have to worry about Cho playing because we know he's going to play. Like I said earlier in the stream, Pulisic, you have to be careful with him. You have to, manage him. So he's going to be managed. There are going to be opportunities for Cho to play on the left wing and left forward. I hope so, over Timo. And you know what? I as far as I'm aware, I agree with you guys. Let's keep trying this attacking three with Mount, Kai, and Pulisic, because I do want them to get chemistry together. If they're linking up like this now, the first time they play together, I can only imagine what it's like after 5 games playing together. It's going to be fantastic. And honestly, the other thing I love about this too is that I remember the beginning of the season, and even up till now, people were always saying, "Oh, Kai and Mount can't play together. Kai's going to overtake Mount's position. He's going to play over Mount and all this bullshit." Look at what happened yesterday. we've had the best game we've had this season under Tuchel with both of them in that lineup. So it can work. Both of them can play in that lineup, and I would love to see it more because, especially if Mount keeps consistency and Kai keeps consistency, we will see that there will be a lot of good plays coming out of this attacking three.
I disagree. I don't think we need to ease Cho into the team. For me, he haven't done anything this season, like as for the run of 3 or 4 games consistently. That makes me think, oh yeah, we need Cho in this team. I don't know. Maybe just me. I just don't see him as influential as Pulisic. You know, Pulisic, if he's in the box, you know he's going to be dangerous. When Cho is there, he either shoots it and knocks one of the wheelchair kids behind the goal, or he just like loses it. So I just don't see the point of him. I don't see why we need to ease him in if what we have now is working. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Why?
I think what happens with me when I watch.
Let Andrew go.
Hang on. Sorry, Marshall. Let's get this right.
Right, go ahead, man.
He's going to rotate, okay? He's rotated every single game Tuchel's had. He's not at a starting 11 at all. It may be 1 or 2 players for some games. He's going to rotate. Cho is not going to play, I don't think, any part on Tuesday unless he comes on as a sub. And then I can see him playing some part in the semi-final against Man City. We know Tuchel is going to rotate the squad. That's what he's been doing. He's not happy with the squad. And anyway, modern football is a squad game anyway. So for Chelsea fans going out there going, oh, we need a settled 11. We don't want a settled 11. We want a squad.
Oh.
We want a squad of 22 players, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
Cho's going to play his part in the end of the season unless he gets injured. He's going to play his part. We all know that. So
we don't want to set 11
too. You know, get used to it. Yeah, we never want to set 11.
And the thing about having a set 11, you know what? Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. Look at Liverpool. They had a set 11, and now they're in fucking shambles because one piece of that set 11 fucking started a whole domino effect. So it's just. Liverpool have the fucking squad depth of Leeds, man. Jesus Christ. I like having squad depth, and I like rotating, especially this season where we're in so many competitions and it's so compact. You know, it's perfectly fine to have like a good amount of options on that bench, especially some of them being starters. And we don't even know what's going to happen next season when Tuchel starts picking his players, who's going to stay, who's going to go. You know, there's a lot. That squad can change drastically.
He does, but as a right,
he was talking. Look at him at halftime. Halftime, he's walking off and talking to him.
Listen, that's good. He's not performing right now for him to warrant a team in attacking position.
Yesterday, I thought he played well yesterday.
Do you have a problem with him?
He played as a wing back. I don't mind if I like him as a wing back. I just don't see him as an option as on the attack. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I think he can play. I like to see him play. I like to see him play on the left. He hasn't played on the left in ages.
Instead of Pulisic? Nah, Pulisic right now.
No. Just when he's rotating, you know, just when he's rotating. That's it.
Yeah. My argument was about the starting. People are saying, "Oh, we should ease him in so he can start."
Oh no!
Why?
No. He's not done enough to start. No, he's not done enough to start. No.
He's only 20, guys.
Yeah, yes, he is. But you know, onto your point, Andrew. You said about rotation. I do agree with you, and I made the point earlier. I don't know if you were here. I said I want us to see play like the 3 up front. I want to see them play for at least 3 games in a row. Because as I said, listen, right now I get that rotation is important, keeping people fit, but I want to see chemistry, man. We don't have chemistry. City, people talk about City. City have chemistry all over, right? So they can rotate. Pep is a genius. The way he motivates his players is genius. That's what Fergie. Well, you know what Fergie used to do? Fergie used to look at Chicharito, tell him, listen, you're not going to play this game, but I'm going to need you for next week, guys. Be ready, bro. I understand that. That's all well and good, but we don't have chemistry right now. We need it desperately. So make them develop it for 3 games and then start resting. But the rest of the team, you can rest. I don't care.
Real quick before I make my point on Cho, and then we can move on, I guess. I just want to point out there's.
After you finish, I'll answer Abdi like the Werner comment. Yeah, because obviously you haven't been watching the stream long enough.
Got you. There's 80 of you on the stream right now. Make sure you hit that like button. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe, because at 1,000 subscribers, we are releasing a Discord server for you guys to join in, hang out with some of us, and talk and do all the stuff you want to do that you can't do in chat when we're not streaming. So if you want that Discord server, if you want us to release it, 1,000 subs, and we're there, man. So go ahead and subscribe.
Yeah.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your grandmother if she's a hard ass just like Kai, and we'll be good, man. But here's the thing about Cho.
Kai, the grandmother's favorite.
Cho. So I have this bad tendency when I watch football that I'm trying to break out of, that as soon as I see an error, it sticks out like a sore thumb to me over everything. And I feel like I'm not the only one that does that. I feel like the Jorginho haters do that a lot. But the thing about Cho that I noticed yesterday, the errors that he made there were a few opportunities that Cho had to pass the ball and put us in a very good position to score more goals. The one that stood out like a sore thumb was with him and Mount. Mount found the gap like he always does, and Cho's cutting inside. And instead of passing the ball to Mount, who had a clear shot at goal, he just kept going and shot and hit a defender. And it's just like, dude, the decision making for Cho, and I get it, he's 20. This is what I mean. He's only 20. Once he gets older, his decision making is going to get better. Just like Mount, just like Kai, just like everyone else. I don't think he's ready to start the lineup in every day, in and out. I think as a rotation player, he's fine. He's developing still. And you got to get that through your head for people who want to start Cho in the game. He's still a developing player. So let him develop under Tuchel. Let him come off the bench, play a few games, prove that he wants that position. He will develop. And once he's developed, you will see he will be a starter at some point if he earns that starting position. So, yeah. Kai, what were you going to say about Werner?
Yeah, because somebody just literally, Kai, does Timo get in our strongest team? I literally said it, like, my man, if you were watching, man, 20 minutes ago, we said, like, this lineup right now, the attack should stay. See, you people assume I'm like you. I get emotionally attached to these players. I don't. I don't, man. I don't get emotionally attached to people, man, that I am close to in real life, let alone football players that I've never met. Timo doesn't work for us right now. Timo doesn't work for us right now. So why would I want him in the team if he's not scoring goals? I've said it. The only reason I'm lenient on him is because he just joined in. That's it. The only reason I'm harsh on players like Cho is because he has been here, and every fucking year people tell me, oh, he's only 19. Oh, he's only 20. Oh, he's only 21. Oh, he's only 18. I'm tired of it. I don't give a shit anymore, man. I want Chelsea to be where they used to be, man. And if we keep carrying players like we are their fucking grandmothers, man, we're never gonna reach those goals, man. We're never gonna reach those goals if we keep being like treating those people like they don't know you, you don't know them. Think about the club before you think about their like well-being. They're fine, they're millionaires. It doesn't make sense to me, man. Like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Be objective about it.
It doesn't work. We want it to work. We like, don't get us wrong. Like, we want it to work. Like, Kai can attest. Me and Kai can attest that in the beginning of the season, we really liked Werner. He was really good in the beginning of the season. He was gonna work. We wanted him to work.
Now,
yeah, exactly. We still really like him. We know what he could do. We know the potential. He's just not providing it, man.
Simple stuff.
What the fuck
I will say.
What are you yapping about? Literally, his comment contradicts itself, man.
I know.
His decision making.
Cho had one assist. One assist. He didn't make two assists. He had one assist.
Yeah.
I will say this on Werner, and this is the only answer you'll ever get me of Werner from now on. He's got till next January. That's all you're going to get from me at all. He's got till next January to show, as Johnny likes to say, the minerals. He's got till next January to show me something that he's improved or he's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I 100% agree.
Also,
I'm until summer, but yeah.
Hang on. Yeah. Let me just finish.
Go on.
What I will also do is I will not predict what our season's going to be, no matter who we get in the transfer window, until February the 1st next year. Okay, that's after the January transfer window. So that's all. I'm not going to hype up like we did this summer. I'm not going to do it, man. No matter who we get,
same.
I will try my hardest not to do it. If anyone else on this panel wants to do it, I hold nothing against them. They can do that. But for me, I'm not going to hype it, man. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to do it. And Werner, you've got till next January. You go ahead, Slendz.
I was going to say, like, I've never seen someone say so much in a sentence, but yet say nothing at all, bro. This guy, I'm sorry, that sentence. With all due respect, classic. Thank you for commenting and thank you for watching this video. But bro, I'm sorry, bro.
You,
Like, that made no sense. You're saying,
man.
Bro, you're saying he's quick, so he can't make good decision making because he's fast. Because what, bro? I'm sorry, man.
Swapping.
Awful, man.
I saw someone
on you, Robin.
You know, it's funny. I don't know what you guys think. And look, I respect the guy. I think he's doing fine. No. I'm talking about Ziyech. Someone in the comment before said, can we talk about Ziyech and how bad or whatever? We're not talking about Ziyech like we forget he's in our team. I don't want Ziyech, no plan for him, no role for the future. No, there's a role for Ziyech. And honestly, let's get something straight. People said Ziyech had a stinker. I'm sorry. If Kai Havertz had finished the assist that Ziyech placed for him, that was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Ziyech could have had an assist. Come on, man.
Doesn't mean he had a good game, though. Come on, he still missed the
cross. When was that? Yesterday.
Yesterday.
He
came on. He missed the cross. Here's the thing about Ziyech. We talked about this after what game was it? The West Brom game. Ziyech is the type of player that warms up to the game. I don't think he's a very good sub. But let's get it straight, though. He has creativity. There are some plays that he makes that they don't execute properly, or the run was a little too badly timed. But yesterday, my man Ziyech could have had an assist.
Do you know what's funny, Marshall? Do you know what's funny?
He's probably going to start Porto, yeah.
Marshall, me and you agree on everything except for Ziyech. We agree on everything except for Ziyech. I've always been against the signing, and I'll tell you why, guys. He's very creative. Like, honestly, he's probably our most creative player if you think about it. Like, if you give him time on the ball, he'll be our most creative player. Do you know why? Because he takes those risky passes and he finds the runners, right? But the problem is that, listen, the pace of the Premier League, I don't think the Premier League is a great league. I don't think it's the best league, by the way. But I do think the pace of the Premier League is different to other leagues. So it's hard for him to adjust to it. That's why he said he has to take time to get used to the game. But my problem with him is that, listen, we need the team, and under a Tuchel system, we need people who press, right? My problem with him is that he's a bit lazy. He's not lazy. He's just not bothered to run. He doesn't want to run. He doesn't want to put too much effort in.
He's gotten better about it, though.
He's getting a little bit better. Yeah. But, bro, we can't afford someone who's so wasteful on the ball, right? Like, he might have those moments where he finds a pass, but most times he's wasteful on the ball. That's why I don't like him. That's why I'm not a big fan of him.
You know what I would do? You know what I would do if I'm honest? I would get Awa from Lyon, since we can get him for 35. I would sell Ziyech. Not because I don't like him. It's just because Ziyech is not really a winger. He's more like an attacking midfielder. And I see Ziyech in that position. And I feel Awa will give us the creativity that we do need. Like, really, really bad, you know. So that's the only way to get rid of.
I don't disagree with that. And look,
let me just comment on this. On the panel to educate the masses. I will not. Because Klasref reminds me of my ex, man. He talks so much and says absolutely fucking nothing, man. So I refuse to do that, man.
One day. No, it's fine. So the thing with Ziyech is he's one of those players for me that we could stay with him and benefit from him, or we could sell him and benefit from selling him. So I don't care either way with Ziyech.
This is so weird. This is so weird. I saw that. We were at 68 likes and now we're down to 63, but no dislikes.
There's something wrong with YouTube, you know. There's something wrong with YouTube. I have a feeling.
You know that happened last stream too. We were over 70 likes, and all of a sudden it just dropped to like 60 something. So it's weird. I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Motherfuckers playing a prank on us right now.
Yeah,
YouTube's been weird.
Man. I do apologize.
YouTube's been weird, man. But if you liked it, make sure you like it again. Make sure the button is blue. But with Ziyech is like I've seen improvement with Ziyech under Tuchel, and it's been getting better and better. And he's one of those players on the right hand side that has been picking up on form. And he's one of those players too that I do not mind rotating Mount and Ziyech on that right hand side. I think they both have strengths and weaknesses, and we could benefit from that rotation regardless. I really think that Ziyech is another one of those players that people do have an agenda against. I understand that. I understand that sometimes he is wasteful and he does lose the ball and all that shit. But when he warms up to a game, when he's starting to get the precision, he's starting to get the timing and all that, I really think Ziyech has the potential to be our man of the match almost all those games when he's really being creative. So I think he's probably going to play for Porto. I am very optimistic. I do think he's going to play against Porto, and we're going to see why Ziyech is still in the team and why Tuchel still wants to play him. So
I hope he
Look,
proves me
man.
wrong, man.
I hope he does. I hope he proves you wrong, and I hope he proves
honestly.
and I hope he ends up being as good as I say he is. But
We
he's
have
got the
good depth,
potential.
man.
He's gonna be good.
We have good depth, like a lot of
We
teams
do.
would wish to have our depth, man. Like honestly,
We just talked about him, Samida. We just literally just talked about Ziyech.
I mean, you just copied and pasted the
Just
same
literally-
comment you had
Just-
earlier.
yeah,
Are you guys all right? Like, is everything all right, guys? People are just watching our
Yeah.
content and just asking the same questions.
it's Sunday, people. It's Sunday, people. 3 players. Okay, can we go to this? Like 3 players you guys would sign
Yeah.
to improve of the season. Like Andrew, start with you, man.
Okay.
Who would you sign? Like 3 players.
Well,
You can give us positions
I'm
as
gonna
well.
be-
Doesn't matter, man.
yeah, I'm thinking central defender. I know what Alexis says on Kavkas, but we need another ball dominant midfielder. Whether it's a DM or an hour or something like that, and Lukaku or Haaland up front. That's what we need. Defender.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, people keep telling me about Koundé. I'm not too sure about Koundé.
Is Kunde the guy with the band, with the hairband?
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
what's
I
his
really
name?
can't.
Afro.
I just remember he got. It's not really fair because I just remember he was in that defense that lost to Dortmund. So
Yeah,
I don't.
That
Yeah, for
doesn't
me,
mean
it's-
much, man. Come on, man.
I'm fine.
To be,
I'm fine.
like,
Listen, ours fine. I'm fine. I mean, I know what people are going to say, but I really, really rate Ruben Neves at Wolves, man. I really do rate him as someone who's that midfielder can get the ball going. He's a bit like a Kovacic in sort of way, but I just really. He's only 23, 24. I just really, really rate him. Oh, and if we're getting a winger, Neto from Wolves as well. Neto. If we can't get Sancho, obviously, but not much to ask for though. But
Yeah, man.
there we go.
Marshall,
But yeah.
what about you, bro?
So, my very first priority, honestly, look at Slendz. He's taking his glasses off. He wants to make sure he sees me in HD saying this shit.
Slendz about to read, man.
Like an old man, guys. Honestly.
I think, I think my first priority, it has to be CDM, man. We've neglected it for too long. I think we really need a proper CDM. I don't care. First, my first option as of right now, I do want Frank Kessie. If it's not Kessie, it can be Rice, it can be Awar. Awar's a really good shout. I don't care who it is. As long as it's someone who is a proper CDM. I don't want any more of this center midfielder we turn to
Thank you, Sonny.
CDM. None of this he's a regista form into that. Naby Keita, no. Naby Keita's just
He's still there.
He got lost, man. He got lost in the post.
dude. Naby Keita's more injury prone than Pulisic. I'm okay with that.
Naby Keita was designed by IKEA or something, man. Do you know what I mean?
The same person who invented Pulisic invented Naby Keita, bro, and I'm not having it.
It's like ordering from IKEA and missing a part. They didn't bring the main part, guys. That's what it is, man. He's missing a part. Man. Yeah, sorry, go on, Marshall.
No. My second choice would be Haaland, Lukaku, or Aguero. We need a striker and a proper striker because we might not have Giroud next season. Tammy, we could probably get something for Tammy because I look, as much as I want to give Tammy opportunities, if he doesn't step up, if he keeps playing the way he plays, I just don't like him. I don't like him. I don't think he's Chelsea.
Someone say Sanchez, man.
Alexis Sanchez.
No,
Easy.
Alexis
Easy
Sanchez
back,
can
man.
stay. No, he can stay in Serie A where he works really well with Vidal and all that shit.
Yeah.
He can be with his homie. And then my third option, fuck. It's really between a left winger or not left winger, just a winger in general, and a center back. And I am leaning slightly more towards a proper center back because I don't think Thiago's going to stay here much longer either. So we need someone with experience that can handle that center back position. I'd probably go with like a Varane, maybe Konate. But yeah, Jimenez is too expensive, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Slendz, what about you, bro?
Here's what I'll say, bro. A lot of people are talking about Haaland, right? Of course, understandable. One of the best strikers in the fucking world, right? But he's going to cost around 120 mil, right? The way I see it is, if we're going to be smart, what I would do is I would fix more positions rather than buy Haaland. Do you know what I mean? So I would rather buy a centre back, a DM, a winger, and a striker, right? And the thing is, a striker could be someone like.
You only get Slendz. You only get 3, man. You only get three.
Sorry. Oh, three. All right, cool. So I'll get a centre back, a DM, and a striker. Obviously, what I'll do is I'll get Lukaku. I'll get Lukaku in DM. It's a choice of three, right? For me, it's either Locatelli, who I've watched. Obviously, Will loves Locatelli. I've actually watched him a couple of times. He's so good on the ball. He's so good on the ball, and he's a destroyer at the same time. So he'd be great next to Kante or Basuma, who will come at a cut price. Or obviously, the one we all love, Declan Rice. Yeah, of course. But yeah, centre back. I'm looking at Koundé or Sven Botman. Sven Botman from the French league. He's tall, dominant, great on the ball as well. So yeah, that's my three choices.
Oh, I would get like, whenever it comes to CB, I would get Conte because I've heard a lot of good things about them. So I would get him. I would get Sancho, and I would get because Sancho reminds me of Hazard. He's creative and he can score goals as well.
Facts.
So that kind of kills like both the winger and the creative midfielder thing in one spot. And I would get a striker, man. People say, "Oh, there is only what's his name, Haaland on the market." But it's not true. There is Lukaku. I would love Icardi. I would even take Lautaro Martinez, man. He would fit this team perfectly, man.
Icardi, man. I'm not with it.
I love Icardi, man. He's a fucking he's a proper cunt, man. And we do need a proper cunt. I would love Icardi, man.
You're right about that, actually. Yeah.
The thing is, Kai, he can be a cunt to your disadvantage, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, he can actually be a cunt to your team. Hey, just won't show up.
How many of the wives he sleeps with, man? No, I don't care how many of the wife of the players he sleeps with, man. If he can score goals for us, that's his reward, man. As far as I'm concerned, man. Yeah, but you know what? And then like Sancho, one of the strikers I mentioned, I would even like Lautaro Martinez or Lukaku. I would take both of them. I think Lautaro Martinez is a really creative striker as well. Like he's very good, like at playing players around him. And who else is there? And Sancho, man. I would love Sancho. I would love Sancho. If Chelsea could get Sancho, man, we are set on the wings for.
You don't want Aguero. You won't consider Aguero, Kai, because you love Aguero.
But I'm talking for players for money that we actually need to spend money on. You know, all of that. I love Aguero, but Aguero now at the same time. Aguero now is the same time. It's not the Aguero that we could have got when we got Torres.
It's true.
You know, like if we're gonna, and I'm talking about like kind of like the players that we need to actually pay money for. I think we can still get Aguero even if we get those players.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. I think Aguero could work for Chelsea because, as far as I'm aware, Chelsea has the best medical staff in the Premier League, don't they?
I'd rather sign Bobos than sign the players you fucking mentioned, man, to be honest with you.
Let me just stress something. Dislikes are fine. We take the dislikes as well. Do you know what I mean? Dislikes are fine. We'll take them.
Yeah, but if you dislike your mom as a hoe, all I'm saying, it's fine. You can leave it. But
listen, if people, I don't know what we said to dislike, and frankly, I don't care.
Why would you dislike it?
But you know, exactly. I don't know if you dislike it and you haven't got the balls to comment. If you haven't got the balls to say it in the comments, then it just shows what type of person you are.
Andrew,
keep it going, guys.
The whole idea of this channel just to have non-edited football talk, because you know, like a lot of those YouTubers, they kind of have like a kind of football talk that you wouldn't have with your friends, you know. Like what we're trying to do with this channel is to have like a normal conversation without like filter anything, you know, like the way that you would joke with your friends if you were around them, you know. So, but obviously they're liking it because we get like 96, 97 like views at once whenever like we
exactly when there are 100 viewers, you know what I mean.
So those eight dislikes. Those 8 dislikes are the Jorginho agendas, the Jorginho outers. That's what those 8 dislikes are.
But what I will say, if we are at 98 viewers, we're only at 60 likes. Can you hit that like button, please?
We're at 98 viewers.
Because something's happened to YouTube. Something's happened to YouTube in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, YouTube's going weird right now.
Weird, yeah.
If you could show us what's if you could like the video, that'd be great. Yes. I just read the private chat.
Should we let people in? Should we let people in to give us the thoughts?
Sure. I'll put the we
have 20 minutes if you guys want to come on and give your shout.
Not long today, guys. Yeah, not long today. Little things. So let me just copy that. Do that. Oh my god. There we go. Good. And put it in under the winter surfer so you'll see it. Come on, give us your give us your thoughts about yesterday, man of the match, stuff like that. We're not going to have like a load of people on. We're just going to rotate, out stuff like that. So it's all good. So the link is in the chat.
Jeez, real Chris, how did you create it this fast, man?
Chris is the man. That's what he is.
The real Chris designed, like, he paid a software designer to make him like an app that as soon as you share a stream link, he's the first person who just pops in, man. That's how you don't realize how rich Chris is. Chris, you want to share what I shared on your Twitter today?
Yeah, I see you on Twitter now. Like, you literally commented on my one of my
posts. Not for long, man. The way it's going, I'm probably gonna be taken down soon, man. Anyway.
Go on, Chris.
You've had a crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say you guys had a crazy stream today with the likes and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a weird one.
What about the game? Yeah, I kind of saw it coming with the goals and stuff.
You did?
So
yeah, we know.
You guys looked at me like a crazy person, but
we did.
Yeah, like
we did.
I Pulisic, like, if he keeps like his fitness and sharpness, I believe he'll like keep going to the end of the season with the game. He was brilliant in that game.
Yeah,
let's hope.
Bro.
Yeah.
If I was 1 inch taller, I'd be like a runway model, man. But I'm 5'11", man. So if whatever, it doesn't count, man. There's no ifs in life, man.
Yeah.
Are you
Like,
saying I could be a runway model, Kai? Is that what you're saying?
Actually, there's a story, man, but I won't tell it.
Your mic's working.
Yeah.
Your mic's working.
It's like with Kai Havertz as well. Like that goal, if he scored that, like when he flicked over that guy's head, that would be definitely goal of the season. That goal, like if you saw like the minute before,
that was saucy.
The one, the one-touch football, and then passes to Jorginho. Jorginho flicks it through, and they just couldn't do nothing about it. And like it's a great save, but. Yeah, like it was a very good game. Like I loved watching that game under Tuchel. That's probably my favorite game I watched under Tuchel this season. So like I definitely enjoyed every minute of that game.
Yeah. Cool. I think it's
Alex,
I watched it with a friend of mine, and he doesn't like follow Chelsea as much as I did, and he was watching like the game. He watched a game with me under Lampard, and he was like, Chelsea, like the way they play now is so much better. They actually have fluidity in their play. Like he was saying that like the whole team actually plays as one, unlike before when we had like different phases in different like parts of the pitch. So even the neutral are enjoying our games more. Obviously, they don't want us to do good because if people like you, you're doing something wrong, man. But so I think our football in general is better, man.
Alex, what are you thinking about yesterday, man?
Yeah, right, guys. Yeah, look, I think yesterday we truly saw what Kai Havertz is all about. We've seen his touch, man. Oh my god, like his touch is so beautiful, man. It's perfect, man. And I think it's like
Balak's, man. It's like Balak's first touch.
No, it's beautiful, man. It's like some of those plays last night, it was like as if like you're seasoning your chicken. I mean, it's just the sauce. It was just, man, it was so tasty. Like it was so tasty. But
jeez,
I was on my seat and I was just jumping off the seat like, oof, yeah, I like that, man. But
bro, you're disrespecting Kai by comparing him to chicken, man. He's a rabbi, man. He's a rabbi, man. He's a rabbi, man.
But the overall play was good. Look, we scored 4 goals without Timo Werner in the team, so that must say something. I think Pulisic, if he stays fit, we have a really good player on our hands because he has, he's got that goal threat and he's good on the ball. Like, besides, he can actually get the ball and then dribble past players, and we needed that in that game. I think this was Tuchel's best game. I think under him, we looked so fluid in the game. Yes, maybe Crystal Palace kind of gave us more of the ball and time on the ball, but we were a lot sharper. And look, when things start ticking, and at the moment we've been winning games with players out of form, right? Once we start ticking with our players and we start gelling next season and we start getting players more on form, we're going to do so well, and with the new players that might come in the summer, you know what I mean? So it's like, look, the future is exciting for me because I think I wish I could just skip 3 years from now. I just want to like see where Chelsea would be in 3 years. I mean, I just
3 years. Jesus Christ, man.
I just
Did you
wanna
say
see,
3?
I just want to see Reece
Say
James.
3 years.
now,
Yeah, he said
Thomas
3.
Kai,
3
like,
years, yeah.
I want to see all these players like when they hit like the times or when the 24, 20, when they have been that Premier experience, man. I'm just excited, man, because I think
I don't want to wait fucking 3
Ronaldo
years to
Celta
see them play well, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait
When
3
we
years
get
to see
Celta
them play
Vigo,
well.
man, in Spain, man.
But you know what,
I understand
Alex?
what you're
Alex
saying,
had
yeah.
Alex had a really good point that I wanted to touch on. That I forgot I even said this a while ago. I think we all did. We all felt like this attacking lineup was bottlenecking. Like there was going to be a game where it just explodes and we're going to start scoring goals like it's nobody's business. And I'm hoping this is the beginning of that. I really do, because if we go on from here to Porto to who do we play next in the Premier League? We play
Brighton.
Brighton.
We
We
play
play
Brighton,
Brighton.
City in the FA Cup, and then Brighton. Yeah.
So I'm hoping this is like the beginning of some form where we start scoring more than 2 goals per game, man.
Yeah.
I hope this is like that the attack starts going, we start scoring more goals, we start creating more chances. I hope this is the beginning of that.
We need that. We need that, especially at this point of the season. And I've got a feeling that I think Pulisic, if he stays fit and he tries to, look after himself, we could have the same Pulisic from last season towards that end of last season, because with Pulisic, once he picks up form, he's that kind of player with confidence. He can be incredible, man. So
yeah. Okay. Brazzy, tell me your thoughts.
Can you hear me?
Kazi's twin brother.
Yeah, we can hear you, pal.
Nah, I wanted to talk about the Timo Werner thing. I don't think it's the reason why we're playing well. I think because it's not the first time he's been taken out of the team. Like the Leeds game, he didn't play. We didn't score. So I think this is just a game where they are starting to understand what Tuchel wants from them. So you see them playing well. Werner wasn't going to score because I don't think he's scoring right now. And I don't think, because we also haven't been making a lot of chances, because I looked at the stats for the Porto game. Their striker, Porto had more touches than our whole front three in that game. In our box.
Yeah, you're right.
So I think Werner had one shot, one touch in the opposition box. I think Kai Havertz had 2 in the opposition box.
No,
so right. If your strikers are having 1 or 2 touches in the opposition box, they're not going to score many goals.
No, you're right.
So I think we just weren't creating a lot of chances like we did this game. So if Pulisic is scoring 2 goals, and then Kai Havertz misses 4 clear-cut chances, you can see that we created a lot of chances in this game. So I think it's just going to be a matter of them understanding.
Brazzy, do you think that Werner hasn't been scoring because we haven't created enough chances for him? Is that what you think?
We actually haven't. There were times he has taken one shot.
This season, he's missed how many sitters? So how does that?
You say? Can I say like he creates himself? You realize as well.
You know which striker has missed the most chances? Lewandowski has missed a lot of chances.
But the thing Werner hasn't scored much either. He's only scored like 6 Prem goals. Let me tell you.
He's got 10 goals.
Werner should be at least on 15 Premier League goals this season. The chances he's missed, you can't defend that. It's actually been terrible.
I understand what you're saying, that he hasn't been scoring. But Chelsea don't create a lot of clear-cut chances. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's true. That's
true. But he's had chances to score 100%. He's definitely had chances to score. But
that's why I'm making an example.
Understand.
That's why I'm making an example by Bayern Munich.
Finish landing your point, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, that's why I'm making a choice by Bayern Munich and Man City. If you check how many chances Bayern Munich make, you are going to score at some point. And the problem with Chelsea was that we're not creating enough clear. There's a difference between creating chances and clear-cut chances. If you check how many, I don't know if you know this, but Mason Mount takes more shots per game than Timo Werner. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Do you think there's a game where? Goretzka takes more chances than Lewandowski? So I think that's the thing. That's why I said in the comments, he needs to improve his movement when dealing with low blocks. so that he can be able to get into the chances.
See, I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't think he needs to improve his movement. I think his movement is really good. The problem is our midfielders.
The composure.
The link up between the midfielders.
It's like Aguero. There's something about his movement in the low blocks when dealing with low blocks.
I don't know.
And I think that
I don't agree.
Would you class Newcastle as a low block?
You're blaming the team for not creating enough chances.
No, I'm not blaming the team only. I'm not blaming the team only. I'm saying he's also at fault, and the team is also at fault.
People.
Tell me what football we are playing if we have 60% of the ball.
I agree with you. It's a mixture. Yeah, it's a mixture at the moment. I do agree with it.
This is what I want to understand. This is what I want people to understand. If you have 60% of your ball, how does the opposition, which has 40% of the ball, how does the strike? Where have you ever seen a striker of the opposition to Man City have more touches in Man City's box than a Man City striker? When have you ever seen that?
I understand that, but
so
he's
what I'm saying is that there's more than just Werner missing chances. It's also
we said that in the channel. We said on the channel like many times that we don't create enough chances.
We know we don't create enough chances.
I'm not saying
we think the attacking players, man. That's one of the biggest issues that we have. Is like yesterday, Chillwell could have had so many goals, but Chillwell decided to shoot himself. That's just how our players are. It's individuality.
And to add to Brazzy's point.
Let me just say, guys. One sec, guys. Alright, guys. I'm gonna head off here, but make sure you subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of things coming up on 1,000 likes. If you have a look at the background as well, it's all Marshall's work. The logo. We want to thank Marshall. Listen,
I was about to give him credit at the end of the show, Slendz.
I know. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. We're improving the channel, guys. The more subscribers we hit, the more we improve. So thanks a lot, and also just subscribe to my channel as well. Slendz Talks. I'll see you guys in a bit. Come on, guys. Come on, we can do this.
I was gonna
semis, man. Big up.
I was gonna add to Brazzy's point about Werner as well. Like, besides Pulisic, if you play through ball to Werner with counter attacking, who's gonna catch up to Werner for the ball to be put through? The only person I've seen call up to him was Pulisic. There's not many like fast-paced strikers that we have to catch up.
No, I understand. Listen, what we can do is we'll make the points here. We'll probably do another calling show during the week, but we're going to finish in a minute. And I want to get CFC and your Hassan's points before we leave in a few minutes, and then we can discuss it more after, like, see if Werner even plays against Porto, and we can discuss it more during the week when we do the reaction to the Porto game. But CFCRS, what point do you want to make?
My points on the game shows to me why Werner shouldn't be starting in the big games, because our front three looked so fluid. It looked like it was Mata, Oscar, and Hazard again. The way we're linking up, all the nice touches, the pretty football was brilliant. If Werner was to be in that front three, that same football wouldn't have been there, because Werner, in the last couple of games, he struggled to do the basic stuff required as a footballer. He can barely dribble. Did you see the game against Porto? Did you see the game against Porto? He tried to dribble, they just left the ball behind him. His touches have been disgusting. He's not showing how to play at basic football. As a base, let alone scoring goals. His goal scoring problem has pissed me off, okay? Because we bought him to score goals and he hasn't scored goals. But before we get on to that, he's not even been a basic good footballer. Touches, control, misplaced passes. As a forward, it's not acceptable. And I think we criticize other players in the team. We criticize Jorginho, fair enough sometimes. We criticize Mount sometimes. Fair enough, but Werner needs to be criticized. He really does, because we bought him for 50 million. Last season, we created chances and we needed a striker to put this in the back of the net. We brought in Werner. He hasn't done that. We praise Werner. Oh, he works so hard. Fair enough, he works so hard, but we didn't buy him because of that. We have other players that can work hard as well for the team. We didn't buy him for that. We bought him for his goals, which he was doing at Leipzig. He's came here, he's flopped. I don't care about what the stats are saying about how many goals and assists he's got this season that you see on Twitter. I don't care about that. He's flopped. We know this, that he hasn't been what we've expected this season. He purely hasn't. So
he said it himself as well. He said it himself.
Exactly.
He hasn't been doing good this season, man. So when people say he's doing good, I think they're lying to themselves.
He's really not. He's really not.
No,
You know,
I think people make a point, they make a mistake that they put everything on Werner, like he's the one who's supposed to score 50 goals the whole season. Like they take everything that they have a problem with Pulisic.
He should have scored at least 15 goals this season. He really should have.
Listen to what I'm saying. Ziyech is not performing. Pulisic is not performing. Kai Havertz is not performing. Even Mason Mount is not performing to the standard of Chelsea.
What does that have to do with the chances he's clearly missed? What does that have to do with missing sitters? What does that have to do with missing clear-cut chances? That has nothing to do with that. He's had clear-cut chances right in front of your face. If anybody on this stream was to be on the pitch and had the same chances as Werner this season, I'm sure someone would have to score it. It has nothing to do with the system.
Let Brazzy finish real quick.
I'm pretty decent, man. Don't disrespect me like that.
I support Chelsea Football Club. It is not acceptable that Chelsea's best player, Mason Mount, has 9 assists since the beginning of last season. Werner didn't play last season, and he has 3 less than him. That's what I'm saying.
All right, yeah.
Chelsea's
listen. Understand. Listen, let's not dwell on the negative. We had a good result yesterday. I know Werner is a big contentious issue. We can probably, like I said to Brazzy, it's probably a discussion we can have more during midweek after the Porto game if he plays or not. Hassan, mate, what do you want to say as the last comment for the stream?
Yeah. I was good before I started, right? Brazzy started to sound like a lot like Kazi. He's sounding a lot like. No, but I'm just gonna.
He's the opposite of Kazi. Kazi doesn't like Werner, and Brazzy is the former defenseman like me. So.
I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, with
I just think that people get too far, go too far with Timo Werner. There's no way you can play. I've never seen. There's only few teams that play better one-touch football than Leipzig in Europe.
Yeah.
There's only teams that
will save it for
They got ripped apart by Man United.
I was don't start the game now. I was gonna say just a 1 point Werner. I don't think we should start Werner against low block teams. I think we should save him for teams against teams that will open up, like a team like Leeds, maybe.
There's no teams that play Highland.
So I mean, Palace game. A few of the players have redeemed themselves. Players like Pulisic, players like Havertz, who are silent, the critics, who have. Zouma got his goal, made a redemption as well. But I still feel like, although we won, I still felt like we could have kept a clean sheet. I felt like the goal that we let in was a little bit sloppy.
But asking Chillwell to man mark Benteke, who still lives
It's actually not Chillwell. It's Hudson-Odoi. He loses his marker. It's supposed to track the white player. What was it? Was it Schlupp or something like that?
I wasn't the only one that saw that, right? I wasn't the only one that saw. He had 3 passes passed around him like a triangle, and he didn't do anything.
That's how it's gained. That's what
we gotta end it here.
Yeah, we gotta end
it. Yeah, we gotta end it.
We'll have another show later in the week.
Nice talk, lads.
Of course. Thanks for coming on, guys. We'll have another show.
We're gonna have a midweek show. We're gonna have a reaction show probably Wednesday night. The popular opinions will be coming back either Friday or the weekend. Also, maybe another show as well about transfers and everything like that. But like I said, keep subbing, guys. Keep liking the video. Keep sharing the video. The likes were crazy today. I don't know what happened, but dislikes. Keep disliking the video. We don't give a royal. Fuck,
it's still interactive.
Get it to a million.
Dislikes are. Get it to a million. Yeah, that's great. And do that. But if you dislike the channel, I'd really like you to put it in the comments why.
If you dislike us, it's more about you than it's about us. You're just not confident about yourself. You're self-conscious.
Totally, because I thought we were fairly PG tonight.
Yeah, really. We were a lot more tame than usual.
So, we've had.
Other
Just
than
not used to 10
Maybe that was the case. Maybe that was the case, Andrew. You're too PG.
condom versus condom argument, man. We were pretty PG today.
Maybe that was it, Kai. Kai, maybe that was it.
I don't think so.
We were
I don't think so.
no filtered enough.
I think I just watched that. Like,
I
We're
honestly
used to one dislike,
But,
maybe
thank
3, but like not this much.
No,
That's what I
but
mean.
listen,
Yeah.
all I'm going to say, right? Dislike is still interaction. It still gets your
Yeah,
feelings
exactly.
hurt.
That means you watched it, so you viewed it. You viewed it, so you viewed it, so you disliked it. So,
It's going to get
but
recommended higher.
thank you all you guys for in the chat, putting your comments, coming on, you guys here. Well, like I say, it was impromptu calling thing. We'll have more of a proper calling during the week to get everyone's views on and contributing. Like I say, Kai really only wants you to follow KH No Filter on Twitter and this channel. Everything else, Kai,
And don't forget,
take us out.
Wait. Before you take us out, Kai, don't forget, guys, if we get to 100 subscribers, we are releasing a Discord server for you guys to join in and interact. And 1,000. What did I say?
100.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No,
You said
1,000.
100, yeah.
Once we reach 1,000 subscribers, we're releasing a Discord server for all of us, all of our fans here that like to interact with everyone, to interact, talk football, talk gaming, talk fantasy, talk whatever you want. There's a bunch of stuff for there. We're setting it up for you guys. So work towards it. Share it. If you want that Discord server, 1,000 subscribers. All right, Kai.
And we're all in there. And big up Epic Nin for making it.
Yes,
Yeah,
big up.
big up.
Thank you very much. Kai,
Happiness
take
is
us
helping
out,
us make it,
Queen.
yeah.
Kai, take us out.
You know, before Slendz ruined it for me, still love you, Slendz. I wanted just to take like a moment to thank Marshall for the art he did for us, like the background, the logo, everything.
Don't mention it,
You know,
guys.
Give him
Big up Marshall.
like an online round of applause, you know, to clap for him, man.
Thank you.
Big up Marshall.
He did looks really
Guys,
good.
as this channel grows, the more subs we get, the better it's gonna get. So honestly, if you want this to be the #1 Chelsea talk discussion on YouTube, help us out, man. Show your support, because the more support we get, the better this gets, man.
Yeah. And the bigger the channel gets and the more things we can do. We have collabs in the work. We're gonna be collabing with a few Chelsea YouTubers. And about the pills, those are not penis growth pills. Those are indeed melatonin, man. It helps you sleep.
Oh, you're taking pills, I didn't even notice.
Kai,
So all the haters,
Kai,
because
take us out, dude.
Prime only comes at the end of the show, trying to make some dead ass joke, but we forgive you, Prime. We forgive you. Anyway, people, if you wanna grow to be healthy, take your minerals and vitamins like I do. You know, keep yourself healthy. You know, and
Don't forget the steak.
yeah, thank you guys for everything. Honestly, like I never thought this channel would even come close to 1,000 like subs, and basically, like, we're doing what we love, which is basically talk about football, talk about Chelsea. So thank you guys. Without you guys, it would be happening. And again, like I said, thank you to Marshall for the art. Thank you to Epic Nin for creating the Discord for us. And thank you for everyone who's basically involved with the channel, because it wouldn't happen without you guys. And for those who disliked it, you know, like, tell us why. I would love to know. And if it's because of some stupid reason, because of some joke that you didn't like, grow some fucking balls. But at the end of the day, I love you all, even the haters. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you guys soon, probably this week after the Porto game. Take care of yourself. See you guys.
Peace.
Bye.